Oh wow, it didn't click yet. Hold
Now
on, no,
we're live.
I clicked it. Oh well, that's funny. It finally went live now. If you can believe that, it was just like a delayed reaction or something. That's ridiculous. Then that means I got to do this again. Hold on.
It didn't get.
This is totally worth it.
That the IDF killed their own people on October 7th.
Yeah, of course they did.
Let's just start with the obvious.
The obvious.
So much has been made of October 7th.
Yes, sir.
They call it the worst day for the Jews since the Holocaust.
Good stuff. You're exactly right.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go. Oils and tastemakers make us no chaser. Get the blood flowing like a fucking pacemaker. Cut the middleman and inhale the vapors.
How you doing?
Yo, I'm doing great.
Yeah, Terra Twitch is falling. Far be it for me to wish for people to lose their stuff, but Dan Clancy versus Tom Clancy, who's more anti-Semitic? I never heard Tom Clancy was anti-Semitic. Guy's an Irish-American hero. How dare you say that, Tom Clancy? Is that true? No. I thought he was like normal, like me, Tom Clancy. He was Irish-American, but he very much didn't approve of the IRA tactics. I thought he was normal, but what do I know? Funny, I was called Islamophobic by someone because I called her a bitch and a retard for making race tier list. I laughed my ass off. I don't know if I have the race tier list. I gotta find that. Yeah, they did a whole race tier. Well, if you haven't heard, there's a bunch of and I can directly say this. Right? This is not me name calling or calling somebody the N slur, and that by that I mean Nazi. I can say like 90% of the time that's either hyperbole or I just believe somebody has authoritarian views when I use that language, and I will continue to use that language despite who it defends. I noticed that Destiny was calling them Nazis. I did. I noticed that. Oh my God! Guess it's okay when he does it. When I do it, it's how dare you?
Should have asked him for what's the definition of a Nazi?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That would have stumped him for real.
Yeah, I would have just asked for the definition. I never play definitions games, but yeah, but I could objectively say that these guys are Jew hating, terror sympathizing, Islamic terror sympathizing maniacs, and there's a whole bunch of stuff we got to look at, and it's just too funny. It's too funny, and I think I honestly, because I'll show you this. I honestly think. This is my crackpot theory, and then I'll go on with my less hot takes. I think that Hassan and all them have done damage to the so-called Palestinian cause, and to me, this is some evidence. Here they go. I'm baseball. Yeah, this is a great way to gather support.
Why are you trying to put a fucking flag? Your Palestinian bullshit, get the fuck out of here! Go! Free Palestine! Yeah, fuck you! Fuck you!
Yeah,
oh
fuck
my
you!
God.
Yeah, I'm gonna interrupt everybody else's good time to shove my politics down their throat. And people and liberals aren't anywhere as near as annoying as Christian fundamentalists. No, they're more annoying, or at least they are now. I mean, Jesus Christmas. But my point with this is I think people have had enough. I think the normies have had enough. We basically have like this kind of stuff used to go on college campuses. It's seeped to somewhat the mainstream, and I do believe that a lot of this stuff starts at our level, and that's the culture starts here and then it kind of moves upward. I saw it with like things like Gamergate and stuff like that, and I think people have had it. I can basically one of the other markers I know I can post about Israel and be supportive of Israel on Twitter, I almost get no pushback. Whereas a month ago or 2 months ago, I'd get tons and be a genocide supporter. I think people have had enough of this bullshit. And it's funny that the Yasmin Gold thing kind of was the tripwire. Because, hey, look, we've had terrorists on YouTube. We have people, calling for violence, laughing at people's violence, glorifying violence, all the things that you get clipped for on YouTube, on Twitch, etc. I actually, the show that I did after October, at the time, I was trying to.
It was October 8th.
Yeah, it's October 8th, and I was trying to be both. I actually got a strike last week. Now, YouTube immediately removed it. I didn't make a big deal of it, but I found it funny. I think it's really, I wasn't on both sides. I tried to be fair as best I could. My basically things, maybe somebody should just win the war because this can't drag on another 100 years, right? That was basically my take. I've changed it. I hope Israel wins 100%. And I felt that at the time, but I was just trying to be balance both ends and get people to sort of think and try to be neutral. I want the people who don't throw gays off the roof and don't enslave women to win that war. No, I don't think it's a genocide. I think genocide is an elastic term designed to defend terrorists. The people, the civilians, innocent civilians are being killed because the terrorists are using them as a shield. That's not a genocide. It's not even close. That means I participated in genocide in Iraq. That means that Dresden was a genocide. That means nobody gives a shit if you're on the wrong side of history. And I think they're on the wrong side of history. Not only the Palestinians, and unfortunately, innocent Palestinians too. They just happen to be there. And guess what? There is consequences. Ask the Germans of Dresden when you put a fucking maniac in charge. That's what happens. That's what happens. You get bombed, and you're all in one fucking area. So that's my feelings. I hope nobody gets killed. I hope somebody's able to end this war. But the jokers, sort of like Hasan and all them, they just want the Jews to lay down so the Palestinians take over the entire country, probably turn it into another Middle Eastern shithole, and kill absolutely everybody. The people complaining about genocide are just mad they can't do it themselves. There, as I made my point clear, have I made it abundantly clear? Do you know where I stand? 100%. That's where I stand. No way around it. There you go. And I think the Yasmin Gold thing was just fucking too much for these jokers.
It broke the dam.
It did. It broke the dam. Let's just watch some random stuff that makes this just terribly funny about all these people. So I don't really give a shit if they got clipped. I think there's consequences for killing children at fucking concerts. Serious consequences. And for people that didn't deserve it.
Tibet was literally a fucking feudal slave mandate, autonomous zone.
China did them a favor.
That was one. I mean, in America, when I say something like this, people get very upset. You know, we talk about the Dalai Lama saying "suck my tongue" or whatever, but like that's not far from the norm in fucking normal Tibetan existence before the Communist Party came in and
so China unilaterally took over Tibet,
like
these are their culture. They basically are trying to, homogenize the culture.
If your culture,
they're trying to spoil the religion and the identity.
The part of feudal warlords and slavery, abolishing that, yes, I do think that is good.
No, China did them a favor.
I think that, yes, I will be on the record
just
to
like
state
America did it.
That while the Chinese government,
I'm not going to say it.
Well, there is no.
Remember when Free Tibet was a left-wing cause?
Is no equivalent in American intervention that you can point to in a similar capacity, unless you're talking about.
Okay, so
and I think this is a good.
Actually, you can make that fucking case in Vietnam. We're trying to civilize those heathens.
Yeah,
this is a good way to describe Taiwan as well.
It's okay when they do it. That's really what it comes down to. It's okay when they do it. It's a Holocaust when they're losing the war. It's liberation when they're winning it. You know, that's really what it comes down to.
The American federal government going into the fucking South and killing, unfortunately not all of them, but a decent amount of slavers and defenders of slavery. This is violent retribution from a powerful federal government that squashed. Okay,
Tibet is the.
Like, can I call him a communist now? I mean, he's like
No, I think we need more proof, Tommy. Nah.
He's totally
South in the
I'm
Civil
still on
War.
the fence here,
Yes.
Tommy.
yeah. All right, but the real point of this was what he said before. He sounded a lot like Asmongold.
Mm-hmm.
There are cultural. It doesn't mean I failed to see the part where all right, they're a backwards culture, so they have to be invaded by the commies. I don't know about that, but he's basically saying what Asmongold got in trouble for. That's kind of the whole point with that. Here's another wonderful Nazi. Let's see this. This is the if you check this out, the the good, the bad tier list. A tier list. Oh yeah. Let's see
If you're Jewish and you have that position, there's like a 50-50. You actually are going to have to deal with the ire of your family. I'm Jewish. My dad's been a Zionist his whole life. When October 7th happened, he said, I loved Hamas, and now he's against Israel.
Huh?
Let's go, Dad. Let's go. Okay, Denim, sit down and eat your sabra. Stop. Stop. It looks like Ethan Klein.
Well, this is the thing. That has nothing to do with that is the tier list. If we get a better video of the tier list, I see. But if you look at it, Arab coded, Arab prems thinks it's a slur, and then it's like I forget. It's not a slur. Well, interesting. Asmongold's on the bottom list here. It was just like it basically was Israeli lover or something like that, and they put all the people that support them and don't. It's like a racial tier list.
I think it says like loves Israel or something.
Loves Sabra, yeah, loves Sabra or loves Israelis. I love Israelis. Fuck yeah. And they have no problem with this. Sponsored by Capcom and Chevron and Samsung. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And they go to she's who knows if that's even real, but she's a terrorist supporter and she's been banned for 30 days longer than Asmongold. Just wanted to update you all. Let's talk about this nut job.
Any other motherfucker you're joining them, you're like, oh my god, I want my fucking Camaro, no student loans. Fuck you. I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America.
You're talking about American soldiers, by the way.
Yeah.
Now she's laughing at it.
And they posted it in my head. I'm like, base?
And then she would go on to apologize for this. And or make some kind of backtrack apology.
Base?
Yeah.
Hey, can you understand
Such
why
an apology by
gives...
clearing all of...
When people see the face, Hasan made the point of that she's a person in a job that takes on all this like sort of bigotry and racism and stuff. Can you understand why people care less and less about those poor Palestinians being bombed as their terrorist fucking military hides behind them, so they can get blown up, so they can use the dead kids and dead civilians as a political club? Can you see when she is so cold? Can you see why nobody gives a fuck? And less, and why Asmongold's comfortable coming out and say, I don't care about that fucking conflict. Those people are fucking insane.
Fuckhead.
Can you wonder? You have this Jabba the Hutt looking creature like laughing about people being destroyed in like our own country. Well, it's tough to get people to fucking care when you're so fucking cold, when you interrupt baseball games, when you block traffic, where there's no, or like with Ethan Klein, where he's all willing to throw the Israeli government under the bus and hear another side, but it wasn't enough because he completely didn't, I don't know, embrace January 7th or October 7th. I think that's what he was supposed to do. The meanest thing he did to this wacko is not want to listen to her anti-Semitic drivel, unfollowed her, when she made a federal case about it. Well, this is really funny. Nick should have listened to Newt. Watch this.
You think what Hassan's saying is wrong?
Of course, he's completely insane.
Dude, are you kidding me?
No, he is. This is no joke.
Oh no.
3 weeks later.
They start overtaking the shit. And they're like, guess what, dog? No more.
He's completely insane.
That's great.
This is no joke. I like him, but his politics are insane.
Oh, I love Canute.
Oh.
Yeah, good. Fucking,
I love
that's
that man.
what you get for not knowing. You know what? This guy right here, this is what you get for being an ignorant moron. And by the way, you can put Ethan Klein in that fucking category too. How did you not know that he hated Jews? How did you not know about the far extreme left having a history of hating Jews? How come you didn't look into the far left in the Soviet era and the way Jews are treated in Eastern Europe? Remember, the far right hates it because you kill Jesus, and the far left hates you because you own a shop. I mean, this is not like recent history here. It's been going back a long way with the commies hating Jews. It was like, well, there's a lot of Jewish that are liberals. Yeah, I know. I don't understand it. Maybe somebody can explain it to me. I don't know. Anybody could get involved. I don't know how anybody could be could vote for a Democrat as a Jew. I don't understand. You're literally that scene in Steven Spielberg's movie. They won't kill us. They need us for the war effort. I'll never forget that. I don't. I've been told. I haven't confirmed this. That the him worshiping the I guess getting on a ship. That the people on the ship are still missing. Which, you know what that means? If that's true, they're dead. They're dead.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you ever checked out Pirates before, because this guy is like a pirate. You know. These Houthi, they're pirates, you know. Go look on how modern pirates, fucking, you know, they basically throw you overboard and AK-47 you, and if you're lucky, you get hit by the bullet instead of drowning to death. This is who this maniac is. I refuse to believe he's just 100% this fucking stupid anymore. How about he's an authoritarian maniac that supports communism and hates the Jews because they're capitalist, even though he grew up richer than you and me ever could hope to. His cousin didn't go up too bad either. So when you hear the chank the fucking, the mean streets of East Brunswick, New Jersey. Jesus Christ. I didn't even grow up in a tougher neighborhood, and I grew up in a tougher neighborhood than him. Let's see. I want to kill the Jews and gay people. That's so cool. Do you like One Piece? I want to kill the Jews and gay people. Dude, what the fuck? And it's so good. It's such a great cartoon, too, because they're for the fucking same thing. It's just, I don't know, Hitler invaded Stalingrad. Like, that's it. That's the only thing that separates these people. In fact, if you want to go really far back, they were aligned right up until Stalingrad. They're all both authoritarians. Just they're different ends of the spectrum, but not really. And not always. The far left was fine with Hitler. Fine. He's a socialist. Uh-oh. Sweet Frogan deleted all her content. I guess the almighty American capitalist dollar is a priority.
No, she...
I guess it's a priority. There's not much principle there, Frogan, is there? Why would you pull that all down? I know you were afraid that they would nail you retroactively. That's right. They were afraid from all the insane shit you say. That's too funny. Oh, Stardust. She loses her. Stardust loses her ability to monetize. I wonder where that came from. I wonder where my strike came from. You don't support these people, they fucking try to destroy you.
Do you have a clip of that?
You know, you do support these people. They stand behind you and wait till your house gets bombed. And use your dead corpse as a fucking political tool. Twitch confronted by ADL. Uh-oh. Normally, I don't like this shit. I'm not a huge fan of the ADL. But, you know, as long as they're banning fucking Asman, what do I care? It's lefties using left-wing tactics to eat each other. Good. Don't care. You see that Tom Clancy sucks.com or whatever it is that Destiny started? Or not Tom Clancy, fucking the other Clancy. I forget his name.
Oh, Dan Clancy.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ. You know, I just keep wondering if Jeff Bezos finds out that one of his major platform is being used in some cases to host an actual terrorist, an actual pirate, and then one of the biggest creators in the platform promoting that pirate. I always get the feeling like if it's one tough question from a reporter gets to Bezos, and he goes and checks what, that's the end of that. Unless he's for it, I don't know. What do we have here? Hold on a second. Oh, this is him.
Yeah, Destiny should be unbanned so we can call me out is a crazy take.
Why is it so crazy? Oh, I know. You don't want any balance. You like the thing. You like being Twitch being terrorist as possible.
I don't recognize Ethan any longer. I'll be honest. Like who would call me out? Like right-wing shitheads? Like, what do you mean?
Oh, he's trying to paint him as a right-winger, I say. That's the only people that would ever call him out. He's so on the money. Like Willie Mack was a right-winger, yeah. Everybody's a right-winger that calls me out. And he's just speaking to his audience. That's all it is. That just hates the right so much, or anybody that disagrees with them. Now they have to put everybody in that box. It doesn't matter who'd call you out. Someone to be some kind of balance over there.
Not only that, but I do get fucking yelled at all the time. Who do you want? Like some fucking weirdo Nazi? Like who?
Everybody right as Stalin is a Nazi. This is why I have no problem using the term. And I like how when I use the term, they I mean he's using it literally, right? I use it as you're an authoritarian fucking asshole, you know. Mm-hmm. I mean, I used to use it all the time, like, oh, they're not a Nazi. Nazis don't exist, or oh, they don't qualify as a Nazi. And I was like, no, you're fucking. You want to take other people's shit. You want to tell other fucking people what to do. You're a Nazi.
Okay, buddy. There's only one guy I think he means, and that's Destiny.
Willie Mack was paid by the IDF. Yes, he was.
Which is crazy.
Nobody. There's not a single dissenting voice with his fucking straight up radical, anti-American, anti-Semitic. Fucking
bro, I can't believe this man went from dunking on Steven Crowder to saying
that's like. Well, why don't you answer what he says though? He's basically saying he's not on my team anymore.
Steven Crowder ass shit. He's anti-American, radical anti-American. Like, what's next, dude? Should I leave the country? Should I go back to my own?
Oh wow, I fucking love that. I love that. Ethan doesn't say, "Go back to your own country, Turk." But I'm gonna put it in his mouth anyway. Yeah.
Country, dude.
Yeah. I love when lefties do that. They when they don't hear the slur, they don't hear the argument that's easy to overcome, right? They actually just put it on the person that's arguing with them, whether he said it or not. That's too funny to me.
The fuck is this?
Yeah, now he's acting like he actually just said, go, what the fuck is this? Like, go back to your own country. How much you want to bet the morons in the chat would say, Ethan said for Hasan to go back to his own country. It's actually is his country. He has American parents. So that argument's over. Hasan's American. If he holds another citizen, great, but he's still American.
This is the reason why I didn't want to watch a single fucking clip of Ethan, because I feel like I'm going to lose my goddamn mind.
I wish you would.
Not because I'm like escaping accountability. Like, come on, dude.
You've taken none. So
come the fuck on. You think I haven't heard these fucking talking points a million times over?
Have you ever refuted them? Probably not. I think he said, oh, you're a right winger. Which is exactly what he did to Willie Mack when they debated. Oh, you're a right winger. Oh, you're a winger. Address any of Willie Mack's points, called them all lies, kind of like Dark Viper AU, and tried to put him as a right winger. That's all he did. Yeah, and Destiny would Destiny would be that would be nice.
I know the fucking subreddit that you basically scraped these fucking bottom of the barrel talking points from. I know.
There's no balance on Twitch. I don't. You don't have to go to the bottom of the barrel. It's just well known.
I hear it all the time.
Yeah, he's just speaking to his He's speaking to his audience.
Fox News, and now your favorite, Destiny.
Oh, yeah,
a person who is
Destiny's such a right winger. Now Destiny's a right winger.
Literally told me to go back to my own country. Okay, a person who has fantasized about executing me numerous times over. A person who has had prominent Nazi figures on his broadcast talk about killing me.
What is he talking about?
I have zero clue.
If he had a prominent Nazi figure talk about killing Hasan on one of Destiny's shows. I mean, I could see him debating a Nazi.
Okay,
buddy.
But I can't imagine it would go anything other than him like dunking on the guy.
Prominent Nazi figures who hate you too. Now you like Destiny? Really? Fucking Sam.
Wow.
Tommy.
What?
High as a Kite said it was because of Fuentes being on.
Oh. So he debates and dunks on Fuentes, and this guy lies to his audience and makes it seem like he's like I don't know, like collabing with him. Unbelievable.
Hi doesn't like you
So
either,
fucking
dog.
dishonest.
That's so crazy.
And he doesn't stand up. Like, Willie Mack is not a political guy, right? Not a political guy, right? He does not. When I go on my fucking political rants on the way, he just kind of rolls his fucking eyes. He's not a political guy. And you could see when he was up against somebody, like just the facts, ma'am, he just folds. He folds like a tent. You know, I could take this guy. He's just a regular fucking YouTube douchebag. No, like Willie's very, very on the factual side of things. And all he could say is, you're a right winger. That's it. That's it. That's all he could ever say. And you know what? I think, here's the best part. I think he knows that. I think he's at least somewhat conscious that he's not super bright and not, he just sees himself. He's a volunteer apparatchik. That's what he is. A Russian apparatchik from the fucking, for the teens through the 80s. That's what he is. He's doing this because he believes, and any means necessary, including being dishonest.
That's the craziest part. Like, how do you not recognize that these people who fucking call for your death and have said horrifying shit about you over and over
again? Well, he did a podcast with you. You're anti-Semite. So, yeah, I don't know.
Again, now you are aligned with. Now you're reposting fucking Keemstar and shit.
Keemstar is a right-wing radical?
What a silly, sad, pathetic state of affairs, dude.
Yeah, you left our side. That's all it is, team sports at the end of the fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty much all it is. Let's sim free back.
Yeah. 1 second, I've got to dip for a minute.
Yeah, no problem. I do find it weird that he's freaking out about fucking Trump doing McDonald's. It must have been a good political move, but I don't know what this has to do with it, if anything.
This is a D-troll. At this point, I don't know if it's a D-troll or an Ethan Klein fan. Considering he gets his talking points from Destiny.
Who's clearly a Nazi.
I didn't even know what the fuck H3 snark was for the longest goddamn time. And as soon as I saw the subreddit, I was like, this is unhinged. Okay?
Yeah, everything's unhinged or right wing. He hasn't addressed that.
Because I'm a normal person.
Yeah, sure.
And it's kind of weird that Ethan turned around and is basically using the H3 snark subreddit, which is Destiny's subreddit, against me. Much more active, much more robust.
It's all team sports.
Network of orbiter content creators.
It's all team
many
sports.
of which who fucking despise Ethan, Destiny included. Time and time again, Destiny has called him an R-word, mentally deficient, all these things. But now that it's like...
An R-word? Really?
Actually, a good opportunity.
You've said a lot worse than an R-word.
For him to draw a wedge. You know? He just went back and is like posting Keemstar and all these fucking drama losers that Ethan normally shits on. And not a single step of that direction has he ever thought, man,
Hey, we shit on him. Yeah, we shit on him. He shits on us. It's all fair. But none of us drama douchebags think or believe anything that you think or believe, which is basically promoting terrorism. I think we both can agree. As much as Ethan Klein hates the drama community and vice versa, we could both agree that promoting terrorism on Twitch is an awful thing. It's very easy.
Really fucking making some weird choices here, making some weird allegiances.
Rutgers Education Alliance.
I'm saying the Destiny subreddit is like
That's not a word, is it? Where's my college educated partner? Is she back? Get back here. Allegiances. Is that a word? allegiances. I'm trying to find out. I'm looking on here. I must find out. Jeannie stepped away for a minute. It must have been important because she never does that unless it is important.
True snark, but for me, a subreddit that I saw for 1 second and I was like, nah, this is not for me. Not interested in any of this.
Yeah, of course. You might have to address something.
That's the difference, I guess, between me and Ethan.
Yeah, you're a commie fucking bloodthirsty maniac that supports terrorism, and Ethan is a Jew that cares about all people, including Palestinians. Probably a lot more than I fucking do. I think the first thing you do, like, the Jews leave, and the first thing you do is kill all political moderates over there, put Hamas in charge, and then call it open air prison. Yeah, you got bad things coming to you after you kill a bunch of kids at a concert, and civilians, and children, all of which he denied, which has later come out to be undeniably true. He stuffs his fucking face. No, I think I already got this one. Let's see. What do we got here? Uh-oh. On stream, Hasan reads a chat, or Ethan called him anti-Semitic for telling him he should speak to Sam Cedar. Yeah, with the approved list of Jews to learn about IP. If you would have watched the clip, something Ethan criticized Hasan over the stream happening at the same time, Hasan would have realized that he didn't disagree with WHO, World Health Organization, saying his opinion, but he disagreed with the opinion. By the way, Hasan is 100% lying there. He knows they both had mutual respect for each other at the time, and too much, if you ask me. And keep in mind, I am the only person on the fucking planet that said, why would you do it with a podcast if somebody would want you dead? And I think he's, by promoting terrorism on Twitch, he's more than proved my point. Especially since they were both well off financially, and they had no real need to work together other than they wanted to. I think Ethan had a hard-on for the right. And really probably some of the same reasons that he's kind of, I wouldn't even say he's flipped on being a liberal. I think he's just realized that there is an extremist end to the left. My experience is liberals like to believe that there's no extremism on their end. And there's extremism on just about every fucking end of the political spectrum. And Hasan is a wacko extremist. Would you work voluntarily with somebody you don't respect when you don't have the need to do so? No, neither would Ethan or Hasan. And he knows that. He knows he wanted Ethan to talk to Sam because Sam agreed 100% with his worldview. Exactly. See, another Jew told you. How condescending is that? This Jew says so. Right, Matt?
Yeah. Well, Jews are always talking to each other.
Yeah, sure. See, Sam Cedar, one of those dishonest guys on YouTube. Super. Cedar and Finkelstein and all those guys. No, and neither you or Ethan or Hasan. He also says he wanted to talk to Sam because Sam agreed 100% with his worldview, something that Ethan explicitly criticized him for a few hours earlier. It just adds more credence to Ethan's theory on the real reason Hasan wanted to talk to Sam. That's because in Hasan's mind, Sam is a good Jew. Yeah, one that lays down, voluntarily puts his head in the guillotine. They won't kill him. They'll need him for the war effort. I bet that phrase was uttered in some concentration camp. I bet. I could totally believe that. Not because of anything inherently Jewish. I just think people like to delude themselves in general. All people. They won't do that. They just rallied you all up. What do you think is going to happen? Constant state of denial.
Sorry,
I told the story on the arcade earlier today. You never believe this here in Germany. I rarely meet Jews. You know
Same.
why I rarely meet Jews? Take a wild guess.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I heard the
they might have,
biggest concentration of Jews in all of Germany is in Dusseldorf.
And they're all very nervous.
That's what I hear as well. And I've heard there's been attacks. That's the biggest, but I don't meet Jews. So I met a guy a couple years ago that was like a quarter Jewish or something like that. And his like grandfather, like everybody's Christian except like one line of his family, right? You know, he wasn't Jewish. He'd go to temple. I think he was mostly raised Christian. But his great-grandfather was supposedly some kind of spectacular lawyer all through the Weimar Republic. And during after the Ermächtigungsgesetz, when Adolf Hitler put that in the place, right? And he his son went to him, who I imagine was in his 20s or 30s. This is a story he told me. I don't know. I can't verify this at all, by the way. It's just I believe the guy. It's a casual conversation. And his son said, you know, they're starting to rally people up. This is getting fucking crazy. Dad, we got to get out of here. Well, the other famous Jews got out of Germany. It's time for us to go. And the father really, apparently he was some kind of fucking lawyer. He said, no, I can beat them. I understand the law. And I don't remember exactly what the father was defending, right? So, or I think it was probably some Jews here in Wiesbaden. I know they all lived on Muertstrasse for a while. Now it's a Turkish neighborhood. And he went to court, a Nazi court. This is how good a lawyer he was, a Jew. This is before the war.
Listen, fuckhead.
Probably before they started the camps and everything. But there was plenty of Jewish oppression in Germany at that point. And won. He beat them. He won in a German Nazi court. If you can believe that. Now, that's before things got out of control. But he should have listened to his son. Because it didn't matter. Because they just started acting extrajudicially.
Congratulations on winning the case. You're under arrest.
Yes, exactly. I don't know how much time. It was a year or 6 months or a week or whatever. Yeah, he died in a concentration camp, and the younger son did escape. Which I think was his grandfather. That's how they roll. That's how it works. That's why there's no Jews here, right? And they sound a lot like Hasan, the way they talk about Jews. You just have to be a little more careful. Let me see.
He said that you saying that he should speak to Sam Cedar is anti-Semitic. Why? He's a person that he respects. That is my exact same. That has my same exact worldview.
No.
Anyway, I don't really care.
I fucking despise how Hasan, specifically Hasan, keeps telling me what I need to do is go talk to other Jewish people that are on his approved list of like Jews that.
That's such a commie move too. You know, you need to be re-educated. And guess what happens if you can't be re-educated?
That can like actually talk to you about. Like, I'm fucking sick of this shit. Oh, imagine a black person talking about racism and Hasan's like, I have a black friend that is actually really good. You should talk to them. You know what I mean? You should talk to my black friend. It's bigoted.
What do you mean? He's giving you a chance. It is bigoted. It's condescending as fuck. He's 100% right. He's something right. You can't think on your own. Listen to this other Jew. Listen to this athlete. You like athletes, don't you? Well, they're voting for Kamala Harris. It's such a like a bizarro, transparent tactic. What do we got here? Speaking of Nazis.
Es ist dem Feind gelungen, die
The Twitch board meeting.
Front in breiter Formation zu durchbrechen. Im Süden hat der Gegner Zossen genommen und stößt auf Stahnsdorf vor. Der Feind operiert jetzt im nördlichen Stadtrand zwischen Frohnau und Pankow. Und im Osten ist der Feind bis zur Linie Lichtenberg-Marsdorf-Karlshorst gelangt.
Mit dem Angriff Steiners wird das alles.
It's hard for me because I understand the German. And I used to really love this meme until I spoke German.
Okay, buddy.
So I gotta concentrate and then push out. Any thoughts on Timcast IRL? Yes, and I might do a whole thing on it. Today. Stick around.
Mein Führer.
Mr. Clancy.
Steiner konnte nicht genügend Kräfte für einen Angriff massieren. Der Angriff Steiner ist nicht erfolgt.
With their psychotic Zionist leader. Bruno Guns, by the way. This guy, this is like, I remember when this meme started around 2009. Like, this movie is somewhat sacred over here. Der Untertag, right? And it's sacred because it's so fucking good. It's like an amazing film, and you should watch it with subtitles with the German. It's the best way to take it in. I don't know if they even allow it. It's called The Downfall in English. And this guy, Bruno Guns, who is Swiss, by the way, does an amazing performance. He just passed away like 2 or 3 years ago. It's just like they did such a good job, and they turned it into this mega internet meme. And it's like I knew a guy, an American guy married. She used to get so mad when they played this because it was like this. Germany does not produce a lot of great films. They produce this, Das Boot, stuff like that, and it just gets fucking shit on.
I imagine this is like one of the most important scenes in the film, too.
Yes.
So it's the most important scene.
It's when he finally realizes it's over, you know?
Yeah.
He's such a good actor.
Es bleiben im Raum Keitel, Jodl, Krebs und Burgdorf.
Das war ein Befehl! Der Angriff Steiners war ein Befehl! Wer schickt Sie?
We have a very clear plan. Hasan control of Twitch. The hatred of the Jews grows. I knew we couldn't trust Hasan, that idiot. I told him not to call that
Mein Führer, ich kann nicht zulassen, dass die Soldaten, die für Sie verbringen...
Feiglinge! Versager!
Mein Führer, was Sie da sagen, ist ungeheuerlich.
Die Generalität ist das Geschmeiß des deutschen Volkes. Sie ist ohne Ehre! Sie nennen sich Generale, weil Sie Jahre auf Militärakademien zugebracht haben, nur um zu lernen, wie man Messer und Gabel hält. Jahrelang hat das Militär meine Aktionen unterhindert. Es hat mir jeden nur einen Widerstand in den Weg gelegt. Ich hätte gut daran getan, von Jahren alle höheren Offiziere liquidieren zu lassen, wie Stalin.
I kind of get, like, I used to think, like, the Germans are some tight assholes, but I kind of get it, because it's such a brilliant scene, you know?
Und doch habe ich allein auf mich gestellt, ganz Europa erobert.
You know what he just said there?
What?
You generals, all you ever learned how to, all you ever had, like, I took, hold on. He said, what would he say? He said, it's too fucking funny. I'm trying to like translate this in my head. Like, he goes, I took over Europe by myself. All you generals ever learned how to do is hold a fork.
Jesus.
And I know what he's talking about too. He's talking about like the super mega discipline that they put the officers through, and they up, feed, like that. I think it's a real old school way to do things. Yeah, that's what he's talking about. And he never did any of that shit because he was enlisted.
Verräter! Von allem Anfang an bin ich so verraten und betrogen worden. Es war ein ungeheurer Verrat.
Yeah, he went to the officer camp to learn how to fork. Yeah, exactly. That's something like that. Yeah, my German's not great by any chance.
Geübt am deutschen Volke. Aber alle diese Verräter werden bezahlen. Mit ihrem eigenen Blut werden sie bezahlen. Sie werden saufen in ihrem eigenen Blut.
You know what he said there?
What?
Something to the effect of the German people lose or they don't back up, they can drown in their own blood. That's what a maniac he was. And it's just so well encapsulated here. See, I can't get through this meme anymore.
Meine Befehle sind in den Wind gesprochen. Es ist unmöglich, unter diesen Umständen zu führen.
Yeah, whatever. Let's see. More Hasan.
Ban Hasan next. Ban Hasan next. I do want to mention another thing, but okay, you banned me.
Go to Kick.
Will your life improve?
What?
No. It won't.
No, it won't. But overall, it will, and I'll tell you why. Because you're promoting terrorism on a major American under the banner of a major American corporation. That's what you're doing. So yeah, you're probably right. My life won't go, but if you're able to normalize terrorism, my life will get a lot worse, especially living in Europe. So yeah, in a sense, yeah, it will get worse.
You will feel a brief moment of satisfaction, and that's it. All of the same troubles that you have yesterday will exist tomorrow.
Yeah, I know that, but you're one less. Yes, I do. You're right.
Okay. You ban me. Sure. Does the truth change? It does not. You ban me. My conviction doesn't change.
I'm sure.
The situation on the ground in Palestine.
Actually, if you're banned, and I think you've done more damage to the so-called Palestinian cause, and just the fact that I can pretty much say what I want now, people have tired of the terrorist sympathizers because it's come from these poor innocent people, which by the way is legitimate. Palestinians, they didn't start the war. The military did. The government did. Right? Why should they be killed? To you guys supporting Hamas, which is an evil terrorist organization.
Doesn't change. In Lebanon, it doesn't change. I'm just one guy.
Oh, God. What a hero.
You have to kill the part of you that hyper focuses on shit like this because it obviously is looking for purpose, looking for meaning. You are
people watch you because they have no purpose. You kidding me? What a joke.
Seeking meaning. You are looking for a community that you can be a part of. And the community that you have found is breaking your brain.
Yeah, sure. A little projection there, huh? Looks a little bummed out. I heard a better clip, but I want to find it. Maybe it was Simpman that sent it to me. Hold on, let me put Simpman. Hey, Simpman, you there?
Yeah, what's up?
The clip that I played this morning, where he sounds like he's been warned. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's not this particular clip right here.
You mean with the one where he's like absolutely tired and stressed out about everybody dogpiling him?
Yeah, was that from you?
I think that was from somebody else, but there is something that's very similar that I just sent you, where everybody is dogpiling him on being like, why weren't you invited to be on the Valkyrie Pokimane stream with Bernie Sanders? It's a new one that just came up.
Was this today?
Yeah, it looks like it was today.
Punching the air right now. Let's be real, okay? I am not. I'm excited that they're doing that, though. It's good. It's good to do that. All right.
All right. He doesn't want the Jew hater there. The Jew doesn't want the Jew hater there. What a shock. Yeah, I would really, because I watched something with him before, and he was just like, I guess he had just been notified about the ban. And that's the one. I went back. I know somebody sent it to me. I went back. I checked it. I couldn't find it anywhere.
Well, you know me. I hate Hasan, so I can always go find it.
If you could.
I'm Hungarian. I have to kill him.
Stop it. Don't become one of them.
Hey, buddy.
I'm not kidding. You can talk about killing people on my fucking channel, dude. I'm serious. Everybody, stop that shit. Not even joking around. Doesn't work. It's against the fucking rules.
Kites, I think, sent it to you in Twitter DMs.
Did Kite send that to me? On Twitter. Hold on.
He sends him another death threat.
I don't know. I think this is it. Yeah, I think you got it. You can really hear that. There we go.
Or this colonial extraction. And instead, you are just an Islamist fundamentalist who would love to redefine America and make American governance look like Hezbollah. Okay?
Actually, I don't believe that at all. I think you make it look more like the Soviet Union, but you see these Islamists as people that can be controlled, so you use them against your capitalist enemies. And the real reason they hate Jews is, like I said, they're the shopkeepers. They're pro-capitalist. And the reason they hate capitalism is because it's individual power and not government power.
There is nothing I can do. There is nothing I can do. All I can do is just take it.
They talked to him. 100%. They talked to him. They probably told him he was next.
Just like all Capri Sun Poppy and Frogan and everyone else that's getting banned in this mass ban wave.
And it's amazing that they didn't ban the one guy. Did anybody else promote terrorism the way he did, Simp Man? Those people that you
Simpan's no longer here.
Okay. Did anybody else promote terrorism the way he did? Like, oh my God, see, they're landing on the ship. Did anybody glorify the violence like he did? Did they do that? No, he did that, yet he escaped. Probably because he could have a legal team.
All they can do is take it. And it is like gross and unhinged and completely untrue.
Well, they're terrorist sympathizers, so that's pretty much true. As are you.
And I don't know what to say.
You know why he doesn't know what to say? Because they told him to be careful. It's pretty obvious that he's not getting banned. Unless he does something crazy.
For you to stop talking about Israel's actions under the guise of fighting anti-Semitism. Twitch is playing along because they're an American corporation after all. Yeah. Like ADL is directly talking about Frogan. It's fucking insane.
Why is it insane? She's a well-known anti-Semite and anti-American soldier promoting that kind of garbage on a major corporation's, an arm of a major corporation like Amazon. Of course she's on there. Why is that so crazy? She is a promoted anti-Semite by Amazon. It's not crazy at all. That seems like, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but that seems exactly what the ADBL would be about. When they're not saying hand signals are a sign that you're a Nazi, or numbers. I don't know, any Jew could vote left. I don't understand it. You worry about the goofy, oh, he killed Jesus, all those jerk-offs. But you don't worry about the guys in your own backyard. You want you dead for different reasons. Ooh, that's some tough silence there. Yeah, he got talked to. You think I'm off here?
No,
I think he got talked to. All. And he's probably trying to figure out, how do I go forward with this? It doesn't seem fair to the other ones if they didn't promote terrorism the same way. I'm sure they deserve to be banned. They're all Hamas supporters. You know, they're all violence glorifiers, which is, by the way, violence glorification is the reason I got the strike that was removed. When
I
my
didn't even
worst
know you got a
comment-
strike.
Yeah, I didn't say anything because I just didn't want to give anybody satisfaction. But now that when this whole thing all broke, I don't mind talking about it.
Yeah.
It was literally I filed a thing. I called Nick to cry about it, and by the time I was off the phone, they removed it.
That's
the thing that was in question, and actually sent me a timestamp. I think somebody should win. I didn't even say who.
Yeah.
But now you know where I stand. I think Israel should win. Because Islamic terrorism should never win. And unfortunately, for the innocent Palestinian people, their government are Islamic terrorists. That's the truth. There's no way around it. Their government is essentially Islamic terrorists. That's who they are. The same way the people of Dresden that were like fried outside, their government was Adolf Hitler and the Third Reich. And they bombed this fucking. You believe they found that bomb down the street from here? Remember that when I had to come like a year?
Yeah,
ago?
yeah. You had to like go to a hotel.
This is
you were sick too, right?
This is a civilian area. Oh, and Tommy got sick. It was miserable. Like this street, we are nowhere near a military base.
Yeah,
nowhere near. Do you think about anybody gives a fuck about the family that got blown up on this street? No. You think I give a fuck? No. A lot of the Germans feel, that their grandparents were victims of Adolf Hitler picking a fight with the rest of the fucking planet. That's the way they see it. All right. Rex, we're only, before I do Tim Pool, I'm doing this. What do you got? Phone's not.
Yo.
Yeah, what do you got?
Hey, Tommy.
What do you got, man?
I agree with you on the fact that that Hamas is a pro-Islamic group. They want to see Israel destroyed.
Thanks.
What about Frogan? This Frogan girl? Yeah, I agree with the ban. She should be banned from the platform for saying that shit. I find it ironic that she's criticizing the American that she's criticizing America, but yet she is still in there leeching off of American culture, putting chocolates and Big Macs in her stomach and saying anti-Semitic shit. Like, it's, there are Jews in America.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially in New Jersey.
Go on. But it was that your point was there are Jews in America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would, what she said would have pissed off a lot of Jews in America.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
Gotcha.
Thanks for the call, man.
You're welcome.
Bye. Quack, what do you got?
Hey, hello.
How are you, sir?
Hello.
Yeah, I think that Americans do not know how good they fucking have it.
Oh, you
know
do? I've known that for a long time.
I know. I know.
You know what?
I'll
tell you this. I knew that prior to going to Iraq, and I think there's one major fucking difference. All right. I grew up when there was a legitimate Russian threat. My father grew up where they practiced getting hit with the amp and go under the desk while New York is nuked. We still had fallout shelters. There was like a legitimate enemy, and we could see what life was like in Russia. After the wall fell in 1990, 89, 90, every group of people that was born after that, who are now adults, don't know that world. They don't know how bad it can get. They don't know, and it can. I wasn't surprised by the things I saw in Iraq, but it was definitely it made it a lot more real. It can get a lot worse.
Made a lot more sense.
I mean, it is. I'll be honest. It is kind of cool living in a country that hasn't been invaded since 1812. So
yeah, I know. Yeah, think about that. Yeah, we have not been invaded since 1812. And by the way, we lost that war. Even though in the American history books they tell us we won. Here's what happened in that war. We
burned down our White House.
We picked a fight with the English. They were like, we're not going to go to war with it, but we will go to Washington, D.C. and burn down everything. Have a nice day. And that was the end of the war.
No, they went to America, they burned down the White House, and they went back to England and fought with France.
The English were 100% in the right. Do you know the English were like 100% in the right in that one?
Probably, yeah.
We were
the
capturing
Canadian thing, right?
What we were capturing their fucking sailors.
Yeah.
Just stealing them. Every time they drove, because I don't know, we're like, we beat the English, we do what the fuck, whatever fuck
but
we
there
want.
was,
so the
Tommy,
English,
there was one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Well, I mean, the English were like, enough. So they just targeted DC, burned it down, and they never did anything after that. And we won!
There was, there was one battle we definitely won with Andrew Jackson in the South. We beat. They tried to come in through the South, and we beat the fuck out of them.
Oh, really? Back. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they just burned down Washington and said, fuck this shit. We're out.
Just straight fucking entire fucking things in flames.
That's too. No, but we were the aggressors. From everything I've read, that we were the aggressors, and the English, started fighting back, and then they decided they didn't want to do it over again. Which on a ground battle they couldn't have won. We were too.
I think we would have done that anyway, because of how many times we fought other people regardless.
Well, the other thing is you guys lost a lot of guys in the revolution. So I think it became really obvious to the king or the queen at the time. I forget. The king that you're going to have to commit to. You're going to have to commit to that type of military action if you're going to do it again. So they probably just settled on burning down the White House.
Maybe.
Yeah, what else you got, Quack?
Yeah, fucking. I think since everything's on fucking fire around here and everyone else is fucking rioting and shit, new fucking things happened where what was it, like a black guy got killed by police, but it turns like he was a gang member and his family's now like fucking rioting at the police.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I suppose.
And all fucking news stations have parted to fucking showing him as like an innocent guy when he's not. It's just like fucking shit.
I'm not familiar with that particular incident, but it doesn't surprise me. I mean,
I am a little bit.
I think it's just happened either last night or no. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a black guy and he got killed by the cops, and everybody, cried about it, and then it turned out he was a stone gangster.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't killed by the cops, is what I think they found out. It was like,
was he killed by another gangster?
We find it.
Yeah, I think he drove into them, and then they went after him.
Let me see.
I'll have to look into that, man. Thanks for the call, Quack. I appreciate it. I want to talk to Mike Shinoda. He's the rapper in Lincoln Park. I'll talk to you later.
I'll see how good he is.
All right, Shinoda, start rapping. Do Fort Minor. My son loves Fort Minor.
Yo. Okay, yeah, I was going to put a rap verse there, but no, it's good. Yeah, so let's do a quick recap. So, given with the current circumstances with Hassan and the whole Israel versus Palestine, given that the fact that right now you said that normies are going to get real annoyed with this kind of type of like support, given from my experience, because I'm in the Bay Area, as I say, I've seen. During the whole bridge thing, which thank God I did not have to experience. I was using
pro-Palestine protests. I have not seen. I've seen pro-Palestine protests over here, but I haven't seen any pro-Hamas war shit. It seems to be pretty normal. So I can only wonder what's happening in San Francisco.
Well, okay, because here's the thing: it could also just be a dog whistle thing too, because there's people who are pro-Palestine, but secretly also pro-Hamas too.
Yeah, I mean there are people like that. Yeah.
Yeah. They can be
what
like
I see, what I've seen and keep in mind, I mean, these can be manipulated. That on college campuses, and that's a big college area over there. I lived over there for a little bit for a summer in '96, and
really?
they're pretty. Yeah, I did. Where was it, on Geary Street or right? I live downtown, so around the corner when the
Geary Street. That's like Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like right around
that's
the
like
corner
close
where
to the financial.
wasn't far from the Presidio where the Zodiac killed that cab driver. Or something.
I can't remember. I'm not old enough to know about that kind of stuff.
Well,
But
I'm
yeah,
not
that's, like,
either.
close
It
to
fucking
the
happened in
downtown area.
1968, dude. I mean, like,
Nah, I think you're old enough, Tommy.
yeah. I was born in the
But,
70s.
okay, yeah. But back on the topic, it's just that with the current events right now, also currently that this is an election year. This puts into perspective of like, what do you think of like, the pro-Palestinian like Hamas support during this period? Like, because I know for a fact that both sides, Republican and Democrat, they mostly support Israel. I'm just quite curious what happens if either candidates get selected. I mean, and most people would still prefer Democrat over Republican, but if it was
If a Democrat
Trump
gets
won,
elected, I'm having a little trouble understanding. You're kind of muffled. What you're asking me, what do I think happens if a Democrat gets elected?
Yeah, well, for the pro-Hamas supporters.
Well, I think Kamala's pretty
I'm
far
just
left. I think she'll start openly speaking out against Israel, something like a Biden Democrat wouldn't do, but kind of secretly wouldn't care if they lost. But I think it'll be a little more open if Kamala wins. I think the disdain towards Israel will be a little more open, and she'll start referring to it as a genocide.
Yeah.
That's what I think would happen. I don't know that for a fact. It's just a guess. I think she's pretty fucking extreme.
Yeah.
So, and I think I don't exactly think that the Democrats, especially the waspy ones, ever really thought too much of Israel. And I think it's just something they don't have the political capital to fucking fight against. But I think somebody like Kamala and the people around her, they probably won't care. And then you'll start hearing that you got to start committing this genocide, blah blah blah. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see.
To go back, what I was the one I want to go back into, just because when you look into this, like the people like the Hasan kind of type of group, they're still like a very minority type of group, and yet these guys thinking that they have like hold like the election or anything like that, like Washington's gonna help get the election vote for Joe Biden at the time at least.
I don't know.
But you keep forgetting
you're kind of going above my level. I can only tell you what I think happened. I'm not a political pundit by any stretch, man. I'm not that smart. Actually, they're not that smart either.
Curious.
I don't know. I don't fucking clue.
I'm not either.
I got a fucking clue. I don't think it'll be good for Israel if Democrats get elected, though. That's just my feeling. But take that for what it's worth. All I do, I stream for a living and fucking play video games and watch soccer. That's what I do. I mean, I'm not like, what do you want from me? What do you want from me?
I mean, that's a good mantra.
Like the whole thing on this show is just it's one dumb guy's opinion, so you can take it for what it's worth. Whatever. If you want really smart people, go to Hassan and Frogan. They're connected. I'll talk to you later.
I mean, all I want is their asses.
I cannot stand your phone. It's making me insane. Thank you for the call. Hey, listen, it only works if you sub and support and all that stuff. So anybody's new here, I appreciate it. If you sub, that'd be great. We're usually a little funnier than this, but I don't know. There's nothing funnier than them getting theirs. I want to play something that I'm uncomfortable with before we go. Do you have to go?
No, I don't have to go at all. No, I was just gonna say, if you want funny, we do have our final person. I don't know if you want to save him because he's been itching to get in.
I thought I was gonna. Keaton, you're on.
Hey, Keaton.
Hey.
How are you doing?
Good.
What did you want to come on and talk about?
I will send you some server link for a minute. Oh, there it is.
You want to send a server link? Okay.
Can I DM you?
For what?
Yeah,
No.
just give me this. Okay. Well, Tommy says no. So.
What? Well, I don't know. Like,
can I DM you?
You're bringing my show to a screeching halt. Do you want to add anything, Keaton?
What?
You're bringing my show to a halt. You're not even watching it, are you?
I'm watching.
What are we talking about? I'm mildly interested in your opinion about what we're talking about.
Ricky.
You know what? That was pretty funny, Keaton.
Wait,
that was really
fan
funny. Yeah.
You're never gonna believe this. We were not talking about Ricky Warwick.
Okay, buddy.
Okay.
But you were quite close. I mean,
you know who Hassan Piker is?
was that a yes, Keaton?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know who he
You
is?
do know? Okay.
Yeah, Hassan Piker's Wiki Bo explained.
Have a good day, Keaton.
Aww.
Bye. Make sure you support the show. Aww. I want to watch his.
I mean, to be fair, that was actually pretty funny.
It was pretty funny. Well, we did get something out of it. Yeah. Keaton, everybody.
See?
Keaton, everybody.
Did he change his name so you guys would pull him?
No, well, maybe he
okay.
did, but I caught it like straight away.
Somebody sent me something.
Because
Reposting my
it's pretty easy
message
to-
from your YouTube comment, Hassan Piker's sponsorship by the VOD may have been filtered by auto moderation. Whenever people stream, whenever people on stream aren't hearing the call loud enough, you seem to be joining up the people who are calling. Oh, okay, with a louder voice. Yeah, we knew there was a problem. Sorry. We're well aware there's a problem with the audio and shit. Yesterday. Because I did it through the headset and not the way I used to be doing it because it fucking broke. So sorry.
Hey, buddy.
What's that? How do I
Cal,
get?
you're in the Discord, so just join waiting to call and we'll
you're
drag
waiting
you
to
in.
call.
So
Miss Kel, come.
just
come
go,
over here.
yeah, just go where
Go in a
Scooby
waiting
fan
to call
is,
in
and
the
you'll
Discord.
be.
We'll pull you. Oh, you can't do it this way. I can't be waiting for people though. That's the thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could if you want, just start going through it, and then we can.
Well, I just wanted to. Actually, I want to introduce this. Where is she? Come on. She's gonna have to wait till afterwards because I can't do this.
Mhm.
She's got to. I mean, it's just waiting to
Yeah.
call. It doesn't get anywhere clearer than that.
Well, she just be
there she is.
patient.
All right,
She's
good.
there.
There she is.
I can't
God.
stop the show. I can't stop the show to wait
Oh,
for the
I
audience.
know. I know.
I can't do
No,
that.
I know.
Cal,
I
you're
know.
on the air.
I know.
Hold on, I'm putting on my headphones.
You gotta.
Tommy just had a stroke.
Yeah. No. Maybe you need some more heart.
Cal, you guys
I think I have
can't
to
do
get rid of
this.
my YouTube bubble.
You can't do this, Cal. You got to be ready.
Okay, well, it's like her first time, all right? She's like a...
Yeah.
Sorry, you can kick me. You can kick me.
No, are you ready?
No, you're good.
Can you talk? You're good now. What do you
Yeah,
need?
yeah, okay,
What do you
good.
got? What do you got?
I got nothing. I was just curious. Fuck. So Israel, Palestine, Hassan. No, sorry, I was just curious.
Maybe
But
we
then
should call
you're-
it. Maybe we should call a little when you're. Go ahead.
I got nothing. I'm sorry. Fuck.
All right,
Fuck. I feel like I'm on like Kill
buddy.
Tony.
You kind of are.
I'm bombing. Just kick me, bro. All right. Good luck.
Call
Have a
in
great
again.
stream.
Call in again when you have some. Now you know how it works. All right. You've been trained.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
Take care.
Thank you. Thank
Take
you.
care.
Appreciate it. Have a great
Bye-bye.
stream. Bye.
You've been good.
I read a really good interview with her. I can't wait to promote it. All right, this is really good stuff. This is hysterical. It's got nothing to do with Hasan or anything like this, but I just want to watch you like point out just how jealous Quartering is of Tim Pool. Apparently, I guess there was some kind of fucking issue with. If I had to bet, look, I've talked to Tim before. He's a workaholic. He comes off in his voice. And I guess he caught some employees doing some like bad stuff or something like that. But that's not what this is about. This was Quartering jumping in his grave, and he's so obvious about it. It's just hysterical. Like, I mean,
real quick.
Yeah.
I just want to say, just by going for the title,
Yeah.
this looks like Tim Pool is like basically me with now recording.
Yeah, Tim Pool Rage Chris. Tim Pool Rage Chris Tim cast after blasting entire staff. A staff stole, leaked into more. And then he sits there and he criticizes Tim. But I loved him. But I'd really like to have what Tim has. And it's so fucking obvious. It's funny.
You know, the conversations I've had with family is like, I am under no illusions that I have the capability to make this company what it could be. And I hear all this, like, no, Tim, you're wrong. Oh, come on. We've been trying to get a coffee shop open for 2 years. Yeah. Clearly, I cannot do it. My feelings are not hurt when I'm like, I can't do it. We've gotten to a point in the company where everyone's kind of just kicked their feet up and said, I'm doing what I need to be doing. Yeah. And then that just means I'm Sisyphus pushing the rock up. The problem is people are sitting on the rock.
Losing his mind. And I'm reaping all the benefits.
I mean, this is quite literally what he does. I mean, he doesn't like this is supposed to be a joke, but then you can see him actually do this. This I don't know what the I don't know what to call it. It's this metaphor, so to speak.
Hello, everyone. Jeremy here from The Quartering, and last night sent some shockwaves through the content commentator space. And actually, this week has been very tumultuous in the creator space. And I thought it would be a good... Obviously, we're going to discuss Tim claiming he's going to quit doing his show. Quit doing Timcast IRL, apparently. He said some rough...
He actually gets to the point reasonably quick, which is unusual. And it tells you like how excited he is.
Things about his staff. He claimed they wanted to... stab him in the back. They were caught stealing stuff, leaking information, and all of this, a 2-hour, rant and then quitting the show seems to have been sparked by a single graphics card failure. Now, of course, if he had Meta PC's promo code The Quartering, he probably wouldn't have had that issue, but that's neither here nor there. Obviously, there's more going on here than just the graphics card. And I do want to comment on kind of publicly dragging your employees in front of 70,000 people. If it really is that bad, then okay, then maybe you should be firing a bunch of people, and hopefully he's doing that.
If you did this to me, Matt, on Now Recording, I would never talk to you again. I would be so mad. And then you sat there the whole time, but I'm still your friend. Like I know when somebody's trying to fucking snake me, Yeah.
But I do have some critiques.
Just criticisms.
Thought it was just clickbait to promote his members site, which it did.
This guy just bitched about clickbait. Now I have no issues with clickbait at all, but are you for real?
Seemed to lean into, talking about people joining his member site. A lot of people very upset. The video has 5.2 thousand dislikes.
Here's a good fucking stop hiring friends, start hiring qualified professionals. Yeah. They probably leaked too, though, in fairness.
Look, I want to point out, maybe you're looking for a new home.
Is this a sponsorship?
What kind of friend does that? What kind of friend does that? Maybe you look like, Tommy's not doing Shot for the Point as much. Maybe you should come to Now Recording. I would fucking kill you. I would take your other leg. Like how this is unbelievable. Like how you could do this and actually pretend that you're friends with this guy. It'd be one thing if they were like not friends or something like that, because he takes every opportunity he can. Like, first of all, I don't even know that any of these criticisms are legitimate. Here's what I see. I see a guy trying to snake his way in, and really isn't being too. It's pretty much on the surface.
Maybe you're looking for a different type of community. We relaunched thequartering.com this morning. We've got some bugs we're squashing still, but obviously we're moving everything over to Rumble servers probably by the end of the day today. So these will all be Rumble videos instead of YouTube videos. But we have a members site, and I think it's the best out there, period. It's,
There's a commercial.
Bro, this is kind of like, it's like, listen, if you have an issue with Tommy being a member, you can come over to Now Recording.
Yeah, no, I'm furious with you.
A lot of people have these membership sites where they're just give me money to support the show, and that works good for them. But what I've done is I've put what I think is put together a community. There's, I mean, we're doing a Halloween costume contest, pumpkin carving contest that I've given, you know.
I'm 40. Fuck off.
Bro, he's going to give up on that in
to the winners.
60 days.
Yeah, probably.
Well, it's not done yet. So if you join, you can.
Well, you got to give him credit. He hustles.
Yeah.
Participate. If you join the court.
But he's always been terribly jealous of Tim. And I've been able to tell. It's been going on for years. Like, Tim makes big bucks and he wants it. You know, I mean, sure, he works hard too. But it's just like he's so slimy about it.
Quartering.com. If you go to quartering.com/join
for
$10 a month, you get.
We had less than a minute of Tim Pool commentary. We had the meme in the beginning. We're 3 minutes in, and a commercial.
Exclusive members only content. 3 videos a week of me, Melanie Mack, Sticks Hexenhammer, and Luke Rutkowski that are.
I'd rather have our OnlyFans.
Only available on thequartering.com. First of all, I don't think anyone else does that. Second, you also get private discount channels. So you get an extra discount on She.
She's that Christian kook that I talked to, but you think she's a fake on lolcow, Melanie Mack?
Yeah, Melanie Mack. She is a fake. Yeah. She's 100% a fake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill Tong, Meta PCs, Coffee Brand Coffee, and so many more. I'm adding more as quickly as I have free time. You can call into the live show. You also get access to me directly on Discord. I'm in there. You can message me, and I reply. Anyone in the comment section who's already a member can tell you that. I would like to make a direct ask today for you to consider joining. Our goal is just 15 more members today. I know it's going to be a grind. I know Tim said he has 50,000 members. That didn't happen overnight, so I would be extremely happy if we could.
I bet you would.
If I could just get 2,000, that'd be great, guys.
That'd be great. That'd be great. I'll take 15
new members today. The link will be in the description down.
It sounds like when Keemstar used to go, if I could just get 1 like on this video. Remember he used to do that?
Down below.
Yeah. Just
maybe
one
you're looking
like.
for a new place, you know, a place that appreciates you, or you just want.
Ooh, a place that appreciates you. No friend does this. No friend does this. This is what competitors do.
Want to talk to me, or you want to take part in the community and call into the show, or take part in the Discord, or just get the members only videos, we definitely could use your support. Now, Tim uploaded this video last night, which received 5,200 downvotes, and many of the comments were expressing some level of frustration. I think I can have a unique take here. I like Tim.
Yeah,
Tim is clearly burnt out.
He probably is.
And that happens. I understand that.
Didn't he? He did a video last week. I guess Tim canceled his Twitter for some fucking stupid reason. Some Elon Musk. Yeah, when you block somebody, you're still going to be able to see their tweets. And Tim's like, I'm not using Twitter. Like he's fucking, I don't know, the kid from Star Trek.
Yeah.
Wheaton. I mean, it's just such a lame move. You know, but like whatever.
He's always been like that. He does shit like that all the time.
Yeah, I think it was kind of a lame move.
Tim talks about in his video that he has 30 employees and basically none of them can do their jobs, or they're only doing 90% of the effort, or they're just sitting around collecting cash.
That's probably right.
That's a wild thing to say in front of 70,000 people.
I agree with him 100%. I don't think what Tim did was good business. But there's like with him, it's not just, it doesn't feel like a criticism. What it feels like is I'm trying to scrape away a few fans and put them in my direction, which is a strange thing to do to your friend. That's a bizarre thing to do with your friends. So maybe stop pretending to be Tim's friend and be Tim's critic.
Yeah, Tommy, you're absolutely right with that because when I'm with Now Recording, I make sure to keep it behind the scenes that I'm the only one that does any work and the rest just kind of like sit around and really.
yeah. Jesus Christ.
But also, that's a management issue.
He's still turning it around. Tim, it's your fault.
Goes on to claim that there are no employees out there with entrepreneurial spirit. Is essentially what he wants out of his employees. He makes it very.
You know what? I'm sure he's right. I'm sure Tim's right there too. I'll agree with Tim. I doubt there are few people on this earth that can match his work ethic. They don't even know what it is. And that's what Tim's got to realize. There are employees and entrepreneurs. And here's the thing. If they're like you, they'd start their own shit.
A valid point in this rant that anybody that can do like the online content stuff to the standard that he wants is already just going to do it themselves. And anyone left is suboptimal. And that to a degree is true. But, Tim, he's been managing a large group of people for a very long time, but I don't think he actually managed people in a corporate setting, something I have many years experience.
Oh my God.
It's so transparent. I mean, he does the meme in the beginning. I don't think I'm really uncovering. I doubt. I really wonder if he could honestly criticize me. Oh, making fun of him on this and saying it's my criticism is over the top or something like that. I don't think he can do it. He's trying to poach his people. And that's kind of not what friends do. I don't care if Tim and they sound like frenemies, to be honest with you. If Tim and Jeremy are actually friends in real life, I don't think anybody's there's very few.
They've had weird interactions, right?
He's just jealous. He wants what he has.
I remember a situation where he went on the show, but then they canceled, and then he got really passive aggressive or something.
Yeah, he's the most passive aggressive human being on earth. He really is something else. But this is it's so over the top transparent, And he could do this. I mean, I mean, from a business standpoint, all right, if you don't like your fans, I do. I'll take them, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I don't think you could maintain a friendship. And I like Tim Pool. You like his political opinions. You don't like him. You want what he has.
It's managing a very large team of very young, entrepreneurial-driven people. It is a falsehood to say that you cannot hire people with entrepreneurial spirit. You just have to incentivize them in other ways. For example,
I don't think that's true. I think once they get what they get, they fucking move on and do their own thing. If you have an entrepreneurial spirit. I don't think so. I mean, why are you going to take fucking, if you have an entrepreneurial spirit, then you are kind of have a predisposition to take huge chances. So once you get comfortable and enough money, you're going to take that chance. So he gets a bunch of people that are happy with just collecting a check. And that's what 99.9% of people do. It's those entrepreneurs that keep everybody employed. So I kind of think Tim's right, but what are you going to do?
Maggie, I met her as a bartender, and we became friends many years ago, and I trained her over the years, and now she manages all my ad stuff. She manages all the shipping and receiving for the Trump stuff. She manages everything. I incentivize her with cash bonuses.
She was a bad manager.
Time off, because...
Although he probably doesn't understand how kind of he needs to learn to manage non-entrepreneurial people. That's what he needs to do. And the other guy should stop. That's when he always hires his friends, and it doesn't work out. Probably. But it's tough to hire a total stranger and have chemistry on him with a show. One of the reasons Ginny's here is because for about 6 to 8 months, we met up every Saturday and watched soccer and developed a relationship,
Friendship.
And a friendship. Yeah, well, our relationship is also a friendship. I don't have to be sleeping with her to have a relationship with her.
No.
I mean, for Christ's sakes. But no, you develop a relationship.
I yelled at him,
you learn to trust and what he yelled at me because I got your name wrong. So what?
No. Well, there's that, but then there's also you blaming me on the show for the.
I'm blaming you right now. You're sabotaging.
I know you blame me today.
Yeah.
You
I didn't blame you. I'm not. Jesus Christ! I didn't blame you for anything. But I trust.
There's a clip that proves me right, but
no, there's no clip that proves you right.
Yeah.
Make a video on me. How about that? So
okay.
There's a certain amount of. I don't know why I trust her, but apparently I do. There's a certain amount of trust, and you get yours in the same place, and then you find out she's been watching the show for years, and what is pretty much what happened with me and the Matt, and pretty much what happened with me and Tom, and Vault. You have kind of this background, and then you can trust that they're very difficult to find. I've been extraordinarily lucky that I just have volunteers and I'm able to find it. Probably because I have a pretty good cult following, a pretty loyal group of people.
Oh yeah.
I do.
No,
Those are
because I mean, I was part of that. So
Yeah.
I watched
you
I
fit
watched
right
you
in.
religiously.
If I just took some guy who joke, let's say I was making enough money where I could pay, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have to go through volunteers. Like, I'm probably going to take like a friend and pay him or her. Like Tim, like if you hire these so-called professionals, they'll be leaking their ass off. They'll be doing anything because then you're his boss and everybody hates their boss.
What she values, and she's a great employee. I think it's baloney sausage that you can't hire people who are entrepreneurial. My video editors, Steven Voiceover and Al, they work.
She's working for you. She's not an entrepreneur. She's just a good worker. That's what it is.
Like it's their own project. I pay them well. I offer them bonuses, times off. I'm flexible. And
in fairness to Jeremy, that could be maybe he's not paying them enough. You know that? But don't they live over there? Don't they live on some kind of compound over there in West Virginia, wherever the fuck it is, Matt? Do you know that situation?
I thought wasn't it like are you talking about Tim or are you talking about?
I'm talking about Tim. They live on some kind of compound because I wonder if Tim.
I remember it was like New Jersey, and then he moved somewhere else.
He's been down in Virginia forever. If somebody could call in and tell me all about it, I'm fucking thrilled.
I know he was getting harassed or something. He had to
but
move.
I wonder if he pulls sort of an army stunt, like he pays them crap, but all your room and board is paid for, so therefore that's kind of factored in.
Honestly, that's kind of dope.
I would work well in that environment. Totally well. It's like an army environment. I would be.
I get my own place, and you just don't pay me
if I was,
much.
But the thing is, that's if you're single. I couldn't do it now. Like that would be perfect for you.
Yeah.
You get the fuck out of there. You go somewhere else. And then you got your little barracks or whatever it is, and then you show up and do whatever you got to do. That would be like ace for you.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people say, they only pay you guys like $20,000 a year. When I was in the Army, it's really more like 40, and I'll tell you why. Because everything else is paid for. So the money we make is all, it's just extra. It's after the fact. And all the living stuff is, all the normal stuff that you have to take care of is taken care of in the Army, and then you got like 20,000 extra. So it's really like we're more making 40 grand a year. Because you have to worry, everything's paid for. If you move, even if you move like off post, they pay for it.
Yep.
So after all that's paid for, you get 20 grand on top of that. Great.
I think they're great. My graphic designer, Ben, he was working two different.
I don't give a fuck. I just wanted to show what a jerk off he was. Jumping in. That's not how friends act. That's all I'm saying. That's not how friends act. You're not his friend. You're his competitor. You probably like his politics, but you're trying to. It's just like, I don't know. If you did that to me, I'd be really upset with you. If I was like burning out, or because I'm burned out a few times, you've seen it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Let's take some yeah. So have you. You burned out too.
Yeah. I just recently come back from a burnout.
Yeah. Who's you're on the air?
Hey, how am I coming in? How's my mic?
Great.
You're good.
Great. Rock
Awesome.
and roll.
Thanks for bringing me in. Yeah, as soon as you went to this segment, I popped up in my fucking chair because I remember yesterday seeing on my YouTube front page, I saw that Jeremy was live, and I was like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
And I started listening to that stream as it was happening. I was like, this grimy mother, this.
Yeah.
And like, listen, I don't know, like, I don't know, like how closely you've been following like his like career and stuff, but he just seems like not only does he not have his stuff together, but he's constantly like the desperate dude trying to pick up whatever chick he can find.
What do you
know? But that.
What do you mean, like
like
a Jeremy?
Quartering.
No, I tell you something. First of all, he's filthy fucking rich, and he is entrepreneurial, right?
For real?
Yes, absolutely. Oh, he's filthy.
He does not come off that way.
He is filthy rich from YouTube.
How?
But here, I'll tell you. If you give me a second, I'll tell you. He has tried absolutely everything until something hit, and he's constantly expanding. And stuff fails all the time. Like I think the video game thing that failed, and so yeah, he had to fold a paper or some kind of a website just last week. He's always he's one thing I'll give Jeremy. He is a hustler. But I mean, the reason people call him a grifter. You know, because like I had him on during his time with how he got famous to the whole Magic the Gathering thing, and it was like it's pretty obvious, like you know, he was like, yeah, real cool, I like your show, I appreciate you promoting me. I was like, yeah, let's put you on. I interviewed him. And then, like, once that was done, once he got what he got out of me, and I would DM him, so I was like, well, what's up? Check this out, blah, blah, blah. I thought we were cool. I'm not saying we were friends, but we were cool. And it was pretty, like, he just unfollowed me out of nowhere. You know?
That's crazy to me. Because, like, from a viewer's perspective, I see, like...
Everything's a means to an ends with this guy, and it works for him. Yeah.
I mean, do you remember with do you remember the whole, like, Crowder...
He bought his wife an airplane.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, see, I follow this a little closer than you.
Okay, yeah, damn, dude. Yo, hold up. I stand corrected.
He's filthy fucking rich. He just loves hustling.
Yeah,
and from what I understand, he still has a regular job.
Okay, shit. Then he does have.
No, he's a hustler. For sure.
Just,
oh, well, hey, I got a big donation. I got a shout.
That's from me.
Well, Monsieur, thank you so much. Appreciate it. $50. Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
I stumbled onto your stream mostly because Chud wasn't streaming today. I'm a big whale in his stream, you know. And
you're a big whale? Well, you can be my big whale. And you know what? I'm gonna pull a Jeremy here. You know, Chud is English, and we're American. And he doesn't understand Americans the way I understand Americans. So maybe, just maybe, you want to, like, I don't know, take your Jeremy donations and decide, well, maybe the American deserves some of this a little more than this fucking filthy line that hates America.
I will say.
Is that a friend? Was that what a friend would say?
Well, I don't think he'd mind it. Mostly because, I mean, I talk about this on Chud's stream through my super
I love
chats
Chud, by the way, and I actually love Chud, and I wouldn't poach him like that.
And it wouldn't even be poach. I have a whaling budget. I make an incredible amount of money.
Oh,
and
okay.
The leftover money, I put it aside, and I
do you have a boyfriend? I mean,
shit. I mean, you look pretty good.
Yeah. But I got to be honest with you. I'm a lot different than Chud. I mean, this show is pretty political. All right, it's only because of the topic. I don't do politics all the time. I know people like laugh at me because I am like personally political, but I try not to make the show overly political. It's just my opinions. They're not up for debate or anything like that. I mean, you can call in and debate me, but that's it.
Well,
I'm not in the YouTube debatosphere, just to let you know. That's not my thing.
Yeah, no, I'm not, and I'm not a debate jerk off. I don't. I mean, I watch Destiny like every now and then, but I used to be super conservative, like super conservative.
I was when I was a kid.
And I, you know, I feel like now I don't fit any label whatsoever now.
I know what you mean.
Like political homelessness is a real problem, I think, nowadays, and like, for like Louder with Crowder, I got one of the first like mugs that they shipped.
Did you really?
Out. Yeah, I have it.
You're one of those guys.
Yeah, exactly. I remember his old videos and shit. Like, bro, like he used to. Now I hate him now. And I used to the Daily Wire. I also I still
like Daily Wire. I like Ben. I do.
I liked them in the beginning when it was Ben Shapiro, Andrew Klavan, Michael Knowles, like those three. They would have their own podcast. Like the first hour was Andrew Klavan, the second was Michael Knowles, and then it was Ben Shapiro, and they had their own docket of what they wanted to talk about. But now it seems like their podcasts are more streamlined.
It got corporatized. They, you know, everything. You know, it's just like your favorite band. You know, I'll never forget when Metallica put out the Black Album, and all of us like hardcore Metallica heads are like, "Wait a minute, this is different. Wait a minute, this is designed for MTV."
Yeah.
You know, and it was never the same. They were never the same after that. But that's the thing about anything great; it's going to grow into something that you probably don't like. Well, you can, and the best thing about Shot from the Point, let me grift some more like a Jeremy style, is I can't grow. I suck, and I'm always going to stay at the exact same level. So there you go.
I fucking love that.
In 8 years, the show hasn't changed one iota, and I haven't grown a bit.
True, we got past 50K. Finally,
barely.
After 8 years, we did it.
I think, believe it or not, so like I do a lot of like business, like marketing and like finance shit.
Yeah.
So like, and I'm all self-taught. Like I didn't go to college or anything.
Rock and roll, man.
I'm very Jewish, by the way. I'm Israeli.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, the whole Frogan thing that you were talking about, that's what got me to stick in and listen.
Who are you voting for? Are you gonna vote for the Democrats? Crazy person.
Oh God, I'm not gonna talk about who I'm
you
voting
are.
for.
You
Fuck
are. You're gonna
no.
vote
Hey,
for
fuck
Trump.
it. I'm not voting.
Voting gives me hot fun.
I'd rather vote for Trump than the Democrats. Fuck them. They want to eradicate Israel. That's my opinion. Like
I know that.
I don't trust them at all anymore. It is as someone who I mean, I literally am.
Where are you from, by the way? Where are you from? California?
No, fuck that. I'm from Boston, dude.
Oh, you're
and
Boston
I was
guy,
born
okay.
in I was born in Jerusalem, so I'm literally like a naturalized like dual citizen.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so like when October 7th happened, and then everyone became like, that dono, that was great to see on my screen. I'm not looking for any sugar babies. I'm sorry, guys. But when people started to like pretend that they were always experts on the whole Israel-Palestine thing,
yeah.
I was like, who are you trying to prove like this isn't something that
I can answer that. It's just like this. Like you see with college kids a lot, they want to show that they're big boys, and so they they're probably less than
they overstep probably.
Well, it's not that they overstep. Is like when you're a kid. My thing was you want an identity, right? When I was a kid, I decided I'm going to be a metalhead, whatever for whatever. But it really was it's an awkward time when you're a teenager. You kind of look like an adult. You can do kind of things that adults can do. You're not a child, but you're not an adult either. So you kind of attach yourself to these groups, like you're a hip hopper or a metalhead or what have you. And it wasn't all bad. I got to learn how to play guitar and all that stuff. But you want an identity. So what people think for some reason, and I really don't think it's any different than being a metalhead or anything, they attach themselves to politics because politics and current events and stuff like that because they think that's the smart person's club. And people will see me as smart. So what you're seeing is people that want to be seen as something more than they really are.
Oh yeah,
because they're uncomfortable in their own skin. They don't have an identity, And it took me a long time to kind of get over that. I'll be honest with you. It wasn't until I was like my early 20s. Like I don't need an identity first. Thanks so much. Desire to be taken seriously. Exactly what Verse just said.
And I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, I'll say this one anecdote. And I'm curious about something, just like your perspective on this. But like when it came to identity, I mean, dude, I used to be an Orthodox Jew. I had the curly cues. Oh yeah, dude. I was like indoctrinated, and I kind of, sort of was in a cult of like a sect of Judaism that.
Oh really?
Yeah, dude. I didn't have like a cell phone. I didn't have internet access.
Oh wow, Hasidic Jews?
Yeah.
No, Hasidic Jews.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, mamash, my guy.
Oh,
like
really?
I swear. Yeah,
Do you have the funny curls
all day.
Do you have the funny curls?
Everything. Look, the classic Brooklyn Jew. I was living in Israel. Yeah, and I that was my search for identity. I thought I could find it in I'll go to my roots, and then I realized like, oh shit, like not only do they have my passport, credit card, debit card, and all of my assets, but they kind of sort of are stealing money from me too. Like I should kind of leave, and I did, luckily. And now, but it was that experience, that extreme experience, that let me kind of let the pendulum swing. We're like, now
in other words, you have to make mistakes to find out who you really are.
100%.
You know what actually sealed it for me was going to Iraq, because I was just like, my father was a Reagan conservative, and he didn't need an identity. That's exactly what he was. And I was kind of searching for something like that. And I got to Iraq, and I realized, oh my God, the liberals are right about a lot of fucking things over here. And it's not just all American. Some of it was just anti-American, kind of flashbacks to Vietnam type of situation or 60s situation. There are real problems. And this guy in office doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Yeah. And he's doing it over and over and over and over again. Did you notice that nobody cried when Donald Rumsfeld died? I didn't see too many soldiers coming out and saying, oh, that's so terrible. So you have to kind of like do stupid stuff when you're a kid to kind of let go of that when you're an adult.
Well, how do you think that compares to? I feel like it's different now than it was back in the day, especially with like the. No?
I don't. I know. I think the social media magnifies what we had what I had when I was a kid. Just kind of magnifies. I think all kids feel that way. I think that's why they're always like. I think like 90% of the commentators you see on there, they're all just pearl clutchers. And like, look at this
100%.
bad YouTuber, and look at this bad YouTuber, and look at it. And believe me, I indulge in that kind of content. I think it's especially when the bad YouTuber does something funny. But
oh my god,
I mean,
like the whole Mr. Robot thing.
Well,
like
yeah.
that
Well, I don't know
whole
about Mr.
scenario?
Robot specifically. I don't know enough about that. But I'm talking about like the opportunity to when some YouTuber screws up. Which, by the way, I like to think I
like
do
the
it
boogie
comedically.
thing.
Well, no,
Yeah.
but actually, like like. I guess the way I grandstand is through, I like to think comedy and laughing at the thing and be done with it. These guys are like, they're a bad person. I'm a good person. Watch me. That's something I don't do.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
I
really think that it's just, well, at that point, it's just about collecting money. But I mean, I don't think it's changed that much at all. I think social media kind of like magnified
Do you have a
kind
clip of that?
troubles that teenagers go through with identity. You know?
I also, but speaking of money, I do like real fast. Earlier you said that you kind of gave off the impression that you hit like the glass ceiling, so to speak, of your like viewership audience.
Yes.
Your growth. I don't believe that at all. I think that I'm as an investor, someone who is like this. I read markets.
Jewish guys talking to me. I read markets and gives a lot of money. I'm all ears,
let
sir.
me read the tea leaves. I mean the dollar bill leaves.
No, I'm listening. I'm listening.
This sector, this commentary space, live streaming like sector, I think is going to take shape and grow it to kind of be like a replacement entity for like what TMZ used to be. Back with celebrity gossip stuff.
Yeah, but I think it already has. I agree with you, but I think it already kind of has. I think there's people that take in their content from like TMZ, normie content, which I would consider, and there's people that take care of it. So I think it's still kind of split. I don't know. Maybe I suck. I don't know. Like JFA is like negative Nancy.
I would be happy to, not on this call, but I'll send you all of my market research. Just if you want any motivation to keep you going. Like I do think that there will be a boom soon in the exact this niche of the market.
So YouTube drama commentary, you think there's going to be a boom?
Yeah, specifically live streaming.
We had that boom in 2016, like where everybody's doing commentary. Yeah, we had a huge boom.
Oh yeah,
and it was very mainstream. Now it's a little more niche.
But the numbers didn't go down. That's the thing. That's one of the main marketing points.
Everything kind of. So you know what happened? Yeah, they did go down because when the Viners came, like the Jake Pauls of the world, that also coincided with a lot more young people getting phones, and now and then TikTok came. So I noticed that when I started this, there was a lot of 12, 13, 14, 15-year-olds, and they're where the money's at. They give you the views, right? And now it's more 25 and up. It's a little different. But that market, that teenage market is really what you want. I mean, look at like Hasan and any of the big non-political streamers on Twitch. They really fucking kill it, man.
Oh, it's crazy. I remember I was running because I do ad matrices also for like certain like streamers and stuff to see if I can help. Like there's
you didn't go to college?
I don't know.
Did you have an uncle?
It's a funny story.
Did you have like an uncle that fucking really pushed you? This is how you make money, that type of thing.
So I got my whole family. We are I don't want to. Oh God, this is gonna sound terrible. My family, we are elitist Jews.
What do you mean by elitist
Jews? We have ancient sage knowledge. All right, on how to make money.
It must be. I agree. I'm all ears.
I mean, like from when I was like 13, like I started learning how to like do like at least like daily spreads on the stock market. That was my after school.
And then that's what they taught you. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and also like, I mean,
there's nothing wrong with that. There's actually nothing wrong with that.
Oh,
your parents trying to teach you how to take care of yourself in a capitalist system that you're going to grow up in. I think they did you a huge favor.
It's in the Torah too. It's like if you
I didn't know.
Yeah.
That.
Oh yeah. If you, it's
maybe I should convert.
Yeah, listen, I know a guy. All right,
I'm already circumcised, so I mean, I'm halfway there.
I mean, listen, we might have to do it again.
No, that's all right.
Double check. But it's but I didn't go to college or anything. However, along with like the market stuff that my family taught me, I was required to continue my education outside of school on my own. So when it came to like, oh, maybe I should get a college degree, and like I was probably like 25 at this point. You know, I just felt weird that I didn't have a degree, and all my friends.
You already had money by that point.
Oh my God, yeah. But like I passed out of almost like I think 70% of the classes I needed for my bachelor's degree. So I only did like one semester at college, and I got a liberal arts degree, and then, you know, now in my free time I got bored. All right, and I'm in a master's program now.
What business are you in? I don't want to like dox you or anything, but what kind of business?
I do a lot of. I'm spread very.
Investor?
Yeah, I do a lot of stocks, a lot of day trading, a ton of real estate stuff. Yeah. And I also I do like I am like a I don't know what term they use. Like what like the normal term is, but I do like the initial investments for starting up businesses, and then I take like percentages of their like profits.
How the fuck do you, I wouldn't even know where to begin to do that. But I think you know it's right, because I noticed like my wife's German, and she's very math oriented, and she's got Tommy doing stuff that's beyond school. There's homework, and there's her homework.
Well, that's what you have to do.
Yeah,
like,
and I think that's what it is. My parents never did that for me, and I had nothing but trouble in school. I didn't want to know anything about school when I got home. Well, but it's like, you know, I see with a bunch of Asian kids I know, it's like that's the culture, you know, and then they, you know, your family's culture, and there's nothing wrong with that, by the way, is this is how you earn. This is how you turn the money into money.
Well, that's one half of my other half of the family is Bostonian, like townies, like they like fucking, you know, I park the car and have a
shipping off the box,
you know?
thing.
Yeah, like my dad is my dad he had like 14 felonies. Like he was like a real badass guy.
Really?
And, like they obviously my parents divorced. Like they
was he like a La Cosa Nostra guy or something, like with the work with the Italians?
No.
What is that? With like, the patriarch, what's the crime family up in Boston? I forget the name of it.
I have no clue, dude. And like
your uncle knows.
On my dad's side, I mean, I you know the movie The Town. My dad knows like a couple.
The guys that were in that gang.
Dudes.
They were all Irish though. They were Irish guys.
Oh well, they're all from Charlestown.
Yeah,
like
they're Irish American, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I mean, oh my God. And I don't want to bog too much down with anecdotes, but I have crazy stories. On
Maybe we should talk offline if you want to talk offline.
Yeah. I mean, I could care less.
The show,
but I was just thinking, like, I just realized, like, we've just been chatting and stuff.
Yeah, I know, but I was kind of interested in what have you. But we probably should talk offline. You said your friend request, so maybe I'll give you a call one of these days. All right? Let me get the last call.
Glad to meet you. Glad
nice to meet
let me come in and take care. Have a good day, guys.
And send me money, not chat.
You too, man.
Yeah, you got you.
Talk to you later. Bye. That's right. I'll get you in a second. Yeah, you know, I do think a lot of that stuff's cultural, you know, and it's easy to sit there and say, oh, Jews are all about money. Jews are all about money. Well, you know, maybe we should find out what they're doing and adapt it like the Japanese do. Whenever they get conquered by a country, they just like fucking, you know what? We're doing something wrong. Let's fucking play baseball and you know, that's what the Japanese did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get conquered by the Chinese. They fucking come up with their own kung fu. Thanks so much, Musty.
Hey, buddy. Appreciate
it. That's $50. That makes the whole show worth it, and I really appreciate it. And I'm glad you
good
like
call, Mazal.
Yeah, good call. So maybe we should adopt some of the things they do instead of fucking like looking down at them. I think capitalism is absolutely the fucking best. I wouldn't want to live under any kind of government that fucking Hasan dreamed up. Looks like it's.
I mean, speaking of Hasan, I did send you 2 videos from Hezekiah. He is prepared.
Let me take Azul and I'll check that out. Azul, you're on the air. Let me check that out. Let me kill some of these fucking things.
Azul didn't want to be here.
He just left already. He waited that long.
Yeah.
Pussy. Maybe he just hates Jews.
Yeah. Or he hates Hasan.
Maybe.
Oh my God, you got the shirt
on.
This wasn't my shout to the rally. Someone had to stop us.
Are you a secret Zionist? Nice to meet you both. My name's Laura.
Nice to meet you, Laura.
Oh, Laura looks like a pain in the ass.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's take a photo.
I got it.
Crazy that you don't know. Oh, is that how you?
Oh, sick! I haven't seen that one.
That's sick.
All right, ready?
She looks like a crackhead.
3,
Yeah.
2, 1.
You notice that too? Yeah, drug problem there.
Yeah.
Sick.
Thanks so much.
I'm sorry, I forgot
really
to
lovely.
say you need to stop drinking Coke Zero on stream.
Why?
It's boycott.
Wait, is it?
You're preaching pro-Palestine and you're drinking all this boycott stuff. Please pretend. Do it off stream. Please
Okay, I'll put it in a glass.
yeah, I don't believe in that shit anyway. I'm just trying to get everybody to a commie. What's this? Oh God, this is Jesus Christ.
Let's try and get a solution, right? Because I'm not going to be here forever. Will you, the Palestinians,
Sacha
agree
Baron
to
Cohen, love him.
give the pyramids back to the Israelis?
This is in Egypt, not in Palestine.
I don't care where you put them.
I can't play all of this. I'm gonna get claimed.
Give them back.
This is about gaining something for your own people, whether you believe it, whether you were convinced to do that. But in any
All
case,
right, okay, take it easy, girlfriend.
All right, he sends me stuff and I get claimed, and I had a fucking reasonably good show today. But I can't play a whole of it, but that was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do it. I think I'm gonna claim on that one. Too much movie. Is that it? That's all we got. We cleared them all out. Yeah.
Mm.
So I'm glad we got.
Read them and wheat.
We got Jeremy and all that stuff. Of course.
Hassan.
Yeah, let's go over the. Yeah, obviously we got $50 twice over from Musty. Appreciate that. Let me jump into the other stuff. Tomorrow we're definitely going to stream because I took a day off yesterday because I had a fever or something. I shook it, but I do probably late night. You're not going to be around because I'm going to get back at like 9 o'clock at least, and then I'll do something and probably go to bed after that. Right after this, we'll do it.
I mean,
I'll give you a call if you want me to. I'll give you a call if you want me
Yeah,
to. But I mean, I don't expect you to be
'cause-
there tomorrow.
No, because I
it
don't
could
have
be
anything
late.
until 1 on Thursday.
knows?
So as
Fuck
long
it.
as it's not like, I don't know,
If I have a good enough a time, I'll skip
midnight,
it.
then
You know, looking for sugar
Yeah.
daddy. Yo, Musty, you looking for sugar baby? Yeah. And Verse donated 30 total. Desire taken seriously, then you haven't earned it. Children gravitate social media because they're least, because it is the least involved. The easiest ways to feel like you're taken seriously without achievements. Yeah, that's pretty sharp. First, those are 10, and then the guaranteed ones are, of course, the Patreons. If you want your name read off like 100%, you know, $10 or more on
you need to get a Tommy C pill emote.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Why didn't I think of that? What should it look like?
Well, now you've thought of it.
Yeah,
I think I know Hellbent made one, but she was sending it to Nick. I can see if I can find
was it
that
fun?
one, and then we can ask her.
I'd like to see
And
the
then
Tommy-
also,
I'd like to see the
yeah,
Tommy
let
C
me
pill.
see what I can.
All right, Mavsy, Little Manly, Oatbag, Mrexon, One Family Guy, Abby Blackburn, Ashley B, Billion Bones, Blue Jacket, Cody Grill, Final Flash, Kinetic Kel, Latchkey, Gothboy, Nesquig, Not Your Typical Mom, Panic Bun, Rental Hughes, Taylor D, Tommy C. Scott, Trippy Savage, Genie, and of course, Picklington. Those are the $10 or more guys, and I think we're done. I'm tired. Oh, do we want to do the second half of that fucking? We'll do the second half of whatchamacallit right after this. 23rd. What time is it? It's not midnight yet. Let's put that in there. Let's see, 11. It's almost 2300. So yeah, I'll put it in there. After show's up, we'll watch the rest of those. The last. What did we do last time? Were you there for that? I guess you weren't.
Which is it True Crime?
The one thing where we watched where it was like 15 like last bed confessions or something. We went like 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, it was part. Yeah. No, we still had one more left. Yeah, I was there when
we
did
only
it,
did
so.
half of it. We'll do the other half now.
Yeah.
Super duper. Yeah, did you send that to me? Probably it's right. If you could find that,
I sent it to you, but I can resend it to you.
Yeah, you could resend that to me. That'd be great. I would appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, everybody. I really, really
course.
appreciate the support. Stephanie got me 44 months. I appreciate you, Stephanie. Grizzly Bear for 18. Ian Sharp's a new member. Keep it coming. Appreciate it. Keep me alive. And
Real quick,
doing
if
my best.
Brooklyn Jew, if you're out there, send me a spreadsheet. I'll suck your dick. Mazal, my friend.
Thanks so much. Make sure you take out all my friends like Nick and Chud and Augie and all the people that kind of support each other that don't have to be politically aligned. You know, I think that's.
And then once their shows stop, you can sub to Shot from the Point instead.
Yeah, you can do that too. But here's the thing. You know, the thing that's cool about us, like, you know, Chud could be like a liberal, and I can be a wacko right winger, and Augie can be whatever the fuck Augie is, and Nick can be somewhere in between all of that. And everybody can get along just fucking dandy fine. And it's not all about you're on my team or else. And I think that's what makes us a little bit different. But this is my version of what Jeremy was doing. And a little bit different. And I think that's what makes this community great. So sub everybody, including me, and send me lots of dough, yo! And I'll always be honest about it. I'm not your fucking friend. I'm just looking to support the show. But I'll give it to you. Talk to you later. Bye.